Hi, it's Dave Johal for the Boxing Voice. Pleased to be joined by Lenny, the main man Fuller, who's going to be talking to us about his upcoming event on May the 7th on a TM14 joint MTK card. Lenny, first of all, mate, how are you?
Very good, very good. Yourself?
Yeah, good. But you're raring to go now. I mean, you're only out in action. Was it February of this year? And
Yeah, February the 12th.
February the 12th, you're back out again in action. Talk to us about the card because it's in your hometown. I mean, that's going to be impressive all on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as they said about doing a show in Mason, I jumped at the chance. And then they said, would you like to headline it and this and that? And that's what headlining a show in my hometown. It's like a dream come true, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in the UK as well that day, I don't think there's a lot going on apart from obviously stateside. We're gonna have Canelo versus Bivol, so it's going to be a massive event where people are going to be coming down, and you've taken, from what the promoter tells me, £25,000 worth of tickets. So it's going to be a pro Lenny night, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I know there's going to be a big crowd there. It's like I say, it's in my hometown. A lot of people, it's a 5-minute drive. So they drive out there, stay up the road 2 seconds, they're at the venue, and then they're only like a taxi back into town. So for a lot of people, it's just going to be a great night out. Don't get me wrong, they're coming to support me, but I know a lot of people like a good night out. So yeah, it's been good really for me.
Yeah, it's going to be excellent. So your career so far, the only loss that you've had was on the Ultimate Boxer format, 3 fights in one night. For you, just thinking about that night, and there's going to be another Ultimate Boxer tournament coming up on April the 16th. Would you encourage people to go onto that sort of platform?
Yeah, all right. I took the loss. They took the 0 off my record, but it was a 3-round format. I'm looking over it. It done me the world of good for exposure and get my name out there. And I think my stock rose a little bit that night, definitely. And it was a super welterweight. We talked about campaigning down at super lightweight. We were stuck at welter, so it was well out of my weight. I think give a good account of myself. And I'll be honest, all the fighters, I think they're too worried about that. Go out there, go make a name for yourself, fight the best. Show people you're going fights. There's got to be some point people are getting bored of coming to watch a fight journeyman and just get on and stuff. Let's go out there and really try and make a legacy. Do you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I mean, on that night as well, you had, and I think it's still relevant now, and it hasn't been beaten, the fastest knockout. I mean, do people still chat to you about that one?
Yeah, good. Like we've been having a joke in the gym because Brooklyn Tilly's in the next one for the lightweights. I think it's on the 16th of April, and obviously he's sparring partner, stablemate, good friend of mine, and I said we'll have a bet. If you can beat mine, I'll give you £100 if you can beat that fastest knockout. They're just having a bit of a banter in the gym. But yeah, no, it's a bit of a record 12, isn't it? The fastest knockout, especially when there's some good fighters been in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, moving on to the fight then on May the 7th, you're going to bring a massive crowd. Obviously, you're going to go for like an amazing win, I take it as well. But what happens next though after this? Then you say you get the win hypothetically. You crown the victor. I mean, the last time we spoke to you, you said you definitely want to be pushing on now for titles and honours and everything like that. What does the future hold for you this year?
Well, we're looking for a 10-rounder this time round. I'm hoping I'll get out a good 10 rounds. God willing, I'll get a stoppage victory or something like that against a real good opponent. And then just go off from level from there, really. like I say, I don't want to wait a belt. I can't box, Joe. I'm taking people's hard-earned money for tickets, and I don't want them just to see me come and get the rounds in. I'm not scared of losing. I'm not scared of losing, but I'm more scared of people thinking I'm fake. The people can see I get in the gym and train every single day as hard as I can, and I know I've got to fight the best to be the best. So I just go out there and give it my all. And I've got good sponsors backing me. So I've got sponsors backing me. I've got trainers spend every day in the gym with me. I would just be cheating them if I never fought the best and tried my hardest at everything. So yeah. So I just want a big more for fights now. I just got to be progression. There's no going back.
What's it like being part of that MTK stable? I mean, you know, a massive stable. Billy Joe Saunders, Tyson Fury, you know, just to name but two people on that stable. I mean, you're part of that, aren't you? So
yeah, definitely. They've done me wonders, and they're so well connected, and they're such a big platform now for me. I've been speaking to Lee, and I've been getting onto him. I want to be out. I'd like to box out in Dubai by the end of this year. I'd love that. That's an aim for me. I'd like to see within the next year or so. Probably, I'd like to fight for a European. That's where I'd like to be at within the next year. This time next year, I'd like to be sitting either a challenge or holding the European title.
yeah, I mean, your weight division, you're definitely going to stick to what welterweight now, aren't you? Or is it?
I think so. I think so. I'd be a big super lightweight, but I don't want to kill myself to make weight. I see Josh Taylor's performance against Jack Catterall the other night. I know it's controversial, but could that be because of his weight, the weight he had to cut, and was it just killing him make the weight? Because Josh is a second to none fighter. He's one of the best pound for pound in the world. And I thought, to be fair, I thought he was going to flatline Catterall, but he just looked flat. He just looked flat himself in there. But that's what I don't want to happen to me. If I have to be the little bit smaller man at welter, then so be it. But I just don't want to be flat in myself.
Yeah, I mean, the division is stacked, isn't it? Not just like Conor Benn, but even like people like Echo Osterman.
Great division, man.
Yeah, David Avanesian as well. Like, it's anything can happen in that. Yeah, anything can happen in this in that division. I mean, when you look at, you know, the welterweight division, you want to fight the best there is. How is it a difficult thing when you have to go through different promotional sort of banners? Because for you, I take it as a fighter, it's just a case of, I want that person, can I have that person? And then I suppose the barrier and the hurdle comes when it's like, well, they're signed to Queensbury, they're signed to Matchroom. This is what's going on here. There's a lot of politics, isn't there, involved? Loads of moving pieces.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not no idiot. I know if it makes money, it makes sense. And for a lot of these boys, I'm a no one. I think last month I was ranked 20th, and I think they've moved me down to 25th on BoxRec. So I think I'm a pretty dangerous fighter. And for any of them, like, we're tight down on everyone's worried about this. I don't think that should be a thing. I think that should be forgot about. I think Mayweather's made it into a big thing that to have this now, but you don't see exciting fights. Very rarely you see good, exciting fights every weekend. Which, if no one was worried about these O's, we could be in these exciting fights every weekend. But yeah, touch back on that. Yeah, you are right. It is hard to make fights. Like for me, I've just got to sort of try and be a bit lucky with it, with the fights that come up, and take my chances as they come, from not coming from a big amateur background or. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to take these chances as they come.
I mean, the last fight that I saw you in, I was actually commentating on your fight on the one on March the 12th over in Brentwood, and yeah, you came out into February. Sorry, apologies. February the 12th. You came out in that what was like an Ultimate Warrior type of shorts. You had the crowd going as well. It was a good night, mate. To be fair, like, you know, and even the main event, Billy Allington versus Jamie Robinson. You know, those are people that haven't got an O to their name, but they just gave it all they had.
And what a cracking fight! And everyone enjoyed themselves. It was a good fight to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're 100% bang on there. Where some people, they do get, that they're worried about the image and everything like that. But sometimes it shields them, doesn't it? I suppose in what can be a shielded sort of state. So look, you've got a big night ahead of you. What's it like working with a new promotional company as well? Well, not promotional company, but TM14. I think this is their third or fourth show? Have they been good with you?
They've been brilliant. John from TM14 has been brilliant. Abdul, they've all been good. They're great. They're a great firm to work with, to be honest. They're quite fair. And when they put on a good show, the Brentwood show is good. I've threw some ideas about them, in which they took up. So I'm hoping the show in Maidstone is going to be like a milestone for their shows. Do you know what I mean? So they can go off the back of that and say, right, this is how we're going to run every show now. Because, like I say, if I can get, like, if I do the tickets that I've been allocated, that's going to be some crowd in there that night, and it's just going to be a tremendous night out.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So just want to get some predictions from you then, Lenny. So first of all, the same night as yours, we've got Canelo versus Bivol. Obviously, Maidstone, and that's over, stateside. How do you see that fight going down? You'll be watching it, won't you, after yours?
Yeah, I shall be watching. I'll because after fights, when you get that win and you're buzzing up, you struggle sleeping. I don't know about anyone else, but I struggle sleeping. So I sometimes stay awake till 3 o'clock. It's hard. I think this is where the adrenaline's pumping. But now, Bivol's a solid light heavyweight, and he's so middleweight, light heavyweight. But I think Canelo's just unreal. Pound the best. One of my all-time favourites. Yeah, I can't see Bivol doing much with him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be a real test as well. Might have to add as well, because Bivol's no sort of pushover, is he?
No, definitely not.
He's coming there to fight. And then April 23rd, we've got the little affair of Tyson Fury against Dillon White. 94,000 people now in attendance. The undercard is what the undercard is. But the main event, do you think it will be an easy night for White? Sorry, for Fury. Do you think White can pull off an upset, or is it? What do you reckon, mate?
I think White's a danger man. I really do. He's wild. He don't show no one no respect. He gets out there and tries to get his job done. So I think Tyson Fury's going to box his head off, but in the same respect, I think he's got to be clever whilst doing it, because one wrong move and Wilder, it could be game over. Because let's have it right, any heavyweight punches hard, and when you're swinging that 18, 19 stone arms about like that, if he catches Fury, don't get me wrong, Fury's been caught by one of the hardest punching heavyweights in the division and still got back up, but he's got to be careful. He's definitely got to be careful.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting. I mean, this fight has just broken every sort of box office record and stuff, and hopefully, mate, like you look at that and you think, do you know what? One day I can be on the undercard and then co-main and the main event. It has to start from somewhere, doesn't it, Lenny?
Yeah, that's what I like the summertime. Gallagher Stadium in Maidstone United's home ground. I think it holds up 5,000, I think, but I'd like to pack that out for a show. Live TV show, that'd be good. That's a dream. Summertime, open air. Lenny Fuller as the main event. That'd be good. But yeah, touch back. Yeah, I would love Wembley Stadium. 90,000 people, full stadium. Imagine that. That's going to be that'd be some atmosphere. There's 94,000 now, isn't it?
Yeah, 94,000 people are going to be in attendance, which is it's broke every record. I think the biggest gate there was in 1993, but that's been broken as well. So brilliant. So mate, just before we wrap things up, then, have you got any shout outs? Anything you wanna pitch or?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my three main sponsors, Genco in Parkwood, run by Jack Russell. They've kept me going through lockdown. They've been brilliant. And some of the newer guys that's come on board, what's really helping me out at the minute. Advanced, Glendon has been brilliant. And John from Joe Sullivan's group. Like I say, they've kept me going and they're keeping my dream alive, do you know?
Good stuff, mate. Well, I will catch up with you on May the 7th. Have a great day and good luck. We'll catch up with you soon then, mate.
Nice one, mate. Sweet.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.